This is Arkham City, and this is the skin I'm using. It's the Batman Beyond skin. I got it with the pre-order bonus from where I got it from, and it looks pretty epic. I'm just showing off some of the things that it can do, just really, and some of the moves that you can pull off in Arkham City, because it's absolutely a gorgeous game. And I've got an admission. My playthrough is going to have to stop, and I'm going to have to remove the ones I've done. Essentially, I'm getting slapped on the wrist, and it was a crap playthrough anyway because I messed up the recording and everything. Here's the Ace Chemical buildings where Joker became Joker, and we can see here as a glide the wings deployed, and not as big. They look like the Batman Beyond wings, so they've really gone out with this outfit. I think it looks pretty cool. And here's the Monarch Theatre, which is of course where Bruce Wayne's parents were killed. And we're going to go behind that and show you the spot where they were actually died in Crime Alley. Yes, like I say, I'm stopping my playthrough. I am sorry. I messed it up anyway. I didn't get the sound right, and the video sync, and it looked terrible. Yeah, so here we are at Crime Alley. And really this is just showing off the suit and this kind of favourite part of the game. If you go here, you can pay your respects to your parents, and I'm going to shut up now just so you can hear this kind of sad music. The first time I did that, it was actually really creepy and really weird. And if you do it for long enough, you get an achievement for it, or a trophy. I've already done it, so I can't get it again, obviously. This is the detective mode. And you see there, I just found a green person. That means he's a Riddler informant, and that's the equivalent of finding one of the Riddler maps in Arkham Asylum. It tells you where all his stuff is. So I thought I'd show you a bit of combat. There are a lot of new gadgets in this game. There's nothing special about this suit besides the fact that the way it looks. So you know, the turning invisible and the flying boots, they're not really involved in it. But there are a lot of new gadgets that you unlock as the game plays on. You've got pretty much all of the gadgets you had in Asylum, except the multiple throw batarangs and the ultra bat claw. You've got the bat claw, but you don't have the ultra one, which means you can't pull like walls down and things. So essentially, when you've got a Riddler informant, you need to beat up everybody else except him, and then you can interrogate him. I take a few hits in this fight actually, but that's really because I was recording and because I was trying to really hard not to beat this guy up too much, which I usually do. I just get fed up of keeping him alive and kill him. So yes, you interrogate him. You act all threaten him, and he puts on the map where the Riddler trophies and things are. That's pretty much what I'm doing now, because you can't use this outfit or any outfit you get in the story mode until you've completed it, and then you can put it on and do what I'm doing now, which is just free roaming and looking for trophies and things. And I'm just gliding here to show off that gorgeous cape. I think this is my favourite suit. The mechanics of it just seem right. But I'm going to use this suit when I do the Game Plus mode, because after you've completed the story once, you can use any of the other suits in it. And I think you might be able to use Nightwing as a suit as well, but I'm not sure about that. I'm just looking forward to Nightwing's release on November 1st, which I will be getting and putting a new video up. Yeah, so I'm just showing off some of the stuff this suit can do at the minute. This grapnel boost, the mechanics of how you fly is absolutely well done. Rewards to the team that did it. You land and you can take off, and it's all very seamless. And even if it looks complicated to watch, it really isn't. I'm just showing off the equipment here. You've got the Batclaw, the Sonic Batarang, remote controlled Batarang, which are brilliant. Cryptographic sequencer, which is quite interesting because you can use it to hack radio signals. So we've got Gotham FM, and you can listen to some smooth jazz if you're really interested. There's another radio station puffing something or other. There's the Riddler's channel, which you're listening to. The Riddler, he's taken hostages, and every hostage you save gives you a radio frequency which tells you where the next one is. You know, there's all sorts. There's the Tiger communications, and Tigers are essentially the baddies in this game. Showing the grapnel boost there. And some of the basic things that we love from Asylum, like this silent takedown, still there and still frankly brilliant. There's a few new weapons as well. There's the freeze blast, which is like a grenade that you throw at somebody and it just kind of clogs them up. There's the smoke grenade, which I'm showing you there, which confuses enemies, and you can use it especially in when you've got multiple enemies who are armed. Smoke grenade's brilliant. And there's that freeze blast. You can see it's just kind of clogged him up and he can't move. There's also another one, freeze grenade or something, which does multiple people. And as well, you can see the Riddler challenge I just got there. The Riddler gives you challenges for combat, and that one was using the equipment in a fight, which is really easy. You just press L1 and one of the attack buttons. I don't know what the equivalent is for Xbox. And it just uses it right there. You can see here I'm using explosive gel, which is one of my favourite to use, because you just kind of hop around and blow people up. It's all good fun. But again, it does leave you quite open to attack when you're using these equipment. You can see me getting hit there. And here's the remote electrical charge, which is a gun that just shoots electricity at people. You also use it several times through the story, and especially getting Riddler trophies, to power up like generators that open doors, or like magnets and things. It's actually a really cool gadget, but especially using it in combat is a great fun. And when you've got multiple armed enemies, if you fire this at one of them, he'll shoot off his gun and it'll terrify most of the other people, so it's really good fun. Again, you can just see the gliding mechanics of it all. It took me a while to get used to the gliding. Once you do it a few times, it really just becomes apparent how epic it is, and I like to look epic there. Detective mode isn't as good as it was in Asylum, but that's the point of it. They wanted to rebalance it so people didn't just play the game. So I usually only turn it on now when I'm looking for trophies or armed enemies or Riddler informants. Now this is the map, and you know, you can see quite a lot of the Riddler trophies on there. You can see I've just made a mark for the character switch point. I've got the Catwoman DLC, so I'm going to show you that anytime there's several of these switch points throughout the city, and if you go to one of them, you can become Catwoman essentially. And you can see the bat signal there, which was marking where exactly I'm supposed to be going. Some parts of the city are easier to swing through than others. You can see there I'm kind of going off in all which directions. And there's the little cats which you can switch, and there's a nice little animation that happens every time you switch, and kind of inverse happens every time you go back to Batman. And you can see Catwoman's suit's actually quite damaged. That's because that's during her storyline. She essentially gets blown up. That's not really a spoiler, it's just shit happens. So yeah, you can see the scratch marks and everything on her. Now, her way of traversing the maps is very, very different to Batman's. Her whip can kind of like get her through the air, but it can't use like the grapnel which pulls her up, and that's her thief vision. At the minute, her mission is just to kind of find Two-Face people and beat them up, which can't complain with that. It's quite fun to play as her. I prefer being Batman, and you can see here this kind of climbing mechanic that you've got. She doesn't really take fall damage, so you can just jump off anywhere. Her thief vision is quite difficult to use, but you can see there's a thug there that she needs to beat up. She climbing up buildings and things. It's quite fun to be her. It's very different, but she's especially good in combat. But she doesn't have a lot of health, and here's something weird. Whatever they're doing. But she's got 3 gadgets. She's got her whip, which she can use in combat and for pretty much everything. Caltrops, which if you throw on the ground, thugs run over them and fall over and get stunned, so you can beat them up. And you've got your bowlers, which is like balls on string essentially that you throw at people and they'll go down. I mean, Catwoman's very fun in combat because she's got these kind of acrobatic moves that she can pull off. She's quite weak, so it takes a few hits to kill them, and if she gets hit, it does more damage than it would do if you were Batman. Particularly if you're getting shot at, her damage is extremely low. Her health is extremely low. So we can see there's another thug. And it's really fun just to run around these maps and find your way around the city, because you can go underground, you can go overground, you can stick on the roofs, or you can just walk through the streets. When I'm bored, I just walk through the streets and let thugs come and attack me. But there are, I think, 2 areas. There's Joker's main base area and the industrial district kind of region, which is just crawling with armed guards. So it's quite fun to try and sneak around through there and take them out. We can see here, this is how Catwoman climbs the building. I do quite well here, I don't usually do this well. And she just go up and up and up and up and up. Pouncing? Pounce? Is that what cats do? Pounce? Should know, I've got one. And you can see her swinging with the whip. I mean, it's quite fun to be her. You know, quite entertaining. And we can see we arrived back here at Ace Chemicals, and I'm going to shut the video up because it's going on for a while. I do get into another fight, but I'm not going to bother showing you that because this takes forever. So that's Catwoman, and that's the Batman Beyond suit. I'm sorry that I'm not going to be able to continue my playthrough, but I mean, it was rubbish anyway, to be honest. So, thanks for watching. See you next time, kids.